All right, here we go. The mighty return of Daylyt back on Vlad TV. No Bradley, unfortunately, but you know what I'm saying? I guess he's sick right now.
Yeah, he's sick. He got cancer, stage 4.
Stage 4 skin cancer.
Stage 4 skin cancer.
He's so light-skinned, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Melanoma.
Man, welcome back, man. It's
Yes,
been
sir.
some years. A lot of stuff has happened since last time. We're going to talk about all that. But I realized that during all our interviews, we never really got your whole story from the beginning because you're always coming in character and, you know.
You don't really get to meet the me.
Yeah.
Today, we go to me.
We're going to meet the real Daylyt.
All right.
So, born and raised in Cali.
Yes, sir.
What part?
Watts, California.
Watts, California. What was Watts like in the 80s and 90s?
I would say, as far as I can remember, like late 80s, it was fun, you know, normal, typical urban community. Then like early 90s, like when gangbanging music hit, it got spooky. Got real spooky. Like, so, you know, typical any urban hood, yellow tape, candles, crying, you know, that life.
Family. Both parents, one parent?
I actually had both parents coming up. And then my dad fell victim to drugs.
Oh, no.
So,
well, how old were you when that happened?
I was like, maybe like 5.
Okay, so you remember maybe a
like
little
5,
bit,
6,
but
yeah,
not.
5, 6. Like, I remember all of it. Like,
You remember all of it?
I remember all of it. Like, I remember, you know, just him not coming home for nights. You know, certain items in the house are disappearing. You know, going to school, seeing my pops on the ground and shit like that. So, it was pretty rough coming up.
This was crack, I assume?
Yeah, this was crack era for sure. Crack.
Yeah,
era.
when you talk about that type of.
Yeah, it was most definitely crack era.
Okay.
But one of the best parts about that era is that I learned something about myself and what type of bloodline I carry, and also like how strong my father is. Because one day my father just got off the ground and came back home.
Really?
Yeah, just like decided to not be a crackhead no more, and just came home. Like one day I seen him on the ground, and like the next day he was in the kitchen cooking, and he was back to normal. So just make a long story short, my pops told me that when he first started smoking crack, he didn't become homeless because he was a crackhead. Like he was like the shit opened his mind up to like alternate realities and all type of shit. So I figure he probably was just laying on the ground, but in the Doctor Strange multiverse somewhere out here. So.
Yeah, I mean, I interviewed Ernest Lee Thomas. He played Raj on What's Happening. And he was hooked on crack for years and years. And then just one night, he was in a motel somewhere downtown, and he just said, "That's it.
Yeah,
I'm done with it."
Pops did. Yeah, he just
and that was like 30 years ago. And since then, he's never touched it.
So I asked someone, can you tell me how to get back to 888 8th Avenue? That's where I was living. And that's when I fell down, and when I got I was staying with these friends who weren't there, and I got on my knees and I said, Lord, you know, even as I speak to you, I want some, you know, I want the freebase, I want all of it, but I know I'm gonna die if you don't intervene and take this away from me, you know. And 30 years later, you know, and I admire people in AA and CA, but for me, it was Jesus Christ. He took it, and I have not looked back since.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for 30 years, you've been clean and sober.
30 years.
Amazing.
Yeah. I think my pop was like, you know what? Back to reality. Like, I'm done. Whatever world he was in, he was done, and he's back to reality. Yeah.
And then he came back
home.
So he still was living in the
house?
No,
he came back home. Him and my mom tried to rekindle, but it, you know, was...
A lot has happened.
A lot has happened in between that time. So then, you know, I had a stepfather and all that shit, whatever came up. But typical black life.
Siblings?
Yeah, I got six brothers and sisters.
6 brothers and sisters. Same parents?
Different parents. But we all lived in the same house though.